Now it's time to find your sample. Okay, everything's initially set up. The beam may or may not be it is saturated but not properly heated up. Maybe it hasn't been an hour yet, but you can still find your sample. That's a big step there. So what I want you to do is over here on the EOS monitor, turn on the scan generator and open the Faraday cup. This opens it, and now the beam is striking your sample or standard or wherever you are. In between use, you can close the Faraday cup, but in this case, let's leave it open. Now, if you look over to your video screen, your video server, or your web browser, we can see the secondary electronic image here. If you double click on it, it'll maximize the video. Now there's a little quirk for remote use under magnification. In order to view your sample on the video server, you have to be at a magnification equal to or greater than 100. So if we go down in magnification, we'll lose the video feed. Okay, not sure why that is, but so you'd have to be at 100x or higher, and you can change the magnification on the EOS monitor right here. So we'll stick to 100. Okay. Now, if you want to move around, just in a general area, right now we're looking at, I think it's a anorthite standard that we have. If you want to move around along this mineral, you can go to the joystick monitor and click on this red button, and just basically you can move it in any direction. And as you can see on the video screen, we're moving around, and we're moving kind of slowly. The further you move the red dot away from the center, the faster you'll move. Okay, and this video feed is at a TV rate. Okay, if you want to move at a quicker rate, move the stage at a quicker rate, you can hit high and then move the joystick around. Be careful though, you can get lost easily. Okay, and if you want to move over to another portion on the holder where you have a sample, you can just double click on the stage monitor, and then boom, you'll instantly move over to that area. In this case, I think this is a student's button sample that has individual minerals mounted in epoxy. Let's see if we can find anything. Okay, looks like, so these are individual grains mounted in epoxy. So we found something, luckily. Okay. Now, if you'd like to, the other thing I want to mention, these scroll bars here on the right, you can move strictly in a north-south direction just by moving these scroll bars. Okay, and then over here in kind of like an east-west direction. Okay. Alright, if you'd like to, right now we're looking at a secondary electron image. If you'd like to change the signal, there's a button here on the EOS monitor. Click on it over here. This is the scan control. Now here you can change it from secondary electron to backscatter. Backscatter would be COMP, compositional. For both signals, leave it in the TV scan rate, otherwise you won't get any video. So if I change it to the scan rate, the screen will go blank. And then the higher scan rates, you'll just basically get, it's a higher pixel density, but basically it'll just be an image and it won't be a live video feed. So see here under scan 2, it's a slower scan, higher pixel density. The image looks better, but it's not a live feed. So if you want to navigate and move around and see a live feed, click on your scan speed at a TV rate, and then this will switch it over to backscatter if you're interested in that. In this case, since we're looking at mineral mounts, backscatter imaging might not be ideal. I mean, there's nothing really to compare it to unless there's inclusions in these minerals. So for right now, we'll keep it in their secondary electron. If you want to move up in magnification, click on the mag button, and you can use the preset magnification, or you can do it manually by moving along this scroll bar. Okay. If you'd like to adjust the contrast and brightness on your secondary electron image, you can do that by clicking on this button and adjust the contrast brightness to your liking. Now, if you were under backscatter imaging, you cannot change the contrast and brightness remotely, so just give the FCAM staff a call, and we'll be on the phone and adjust it for you to your liking, and then you can continue on in backscatter mode. That's the one thing you can't really do remotely, is adjust the contrast and brightness under backscatter mode. Okay, now another vital thing that you need to know as you're navigating around is turning on and adjusting your OMTV, which is the optical microscope telescopic view, right here, OMTV. Now let's go back to the quad stream. Alright, and that's over here to the right. Okay, now we're looking at this video screen, and you have to put this into focus, because this is basically where exactly you'll be able to track or pinpoint where the beam strikes the sample. And if it's out of focus, then you really don't know where the beam is striking your sample. So in order to put that into focus, you would use on the joystick window, on the left side there's a scroll bar, and you can move that up and down, and you'll notice it'll get into focus once you see the crosshairs line up. Alright, there. Did you see that? The crosshairs came into focus. Let's see, and then now they're out of focus. I'll bring them back into focus. Right, oh, just out. So this takes a little bit of practice getting it together. So right about there, it's more or less in focus. And you want to do this anytime you move to a different sample, even a different location, because I guess the elevation or the relief changes at this scale very quickly, so you want to make sure you're always in focus with your OMTV. There are two things I forgot to mention in the previous video that I'm just going to add on to this. One is changing the focus of your electron image, either scanning electron or backscatter. Now, the way to change the focus is if you're in your probe software under the EOS monitor, click on this right here where it says OL focus. You have two slide bars, one coarse, one fine, and if we observe the video by clicking on the coarse, we'll see that we're going out of focus here, and we can bring it back into focus. You'll be out of focus a lot of times when you move from sample to sample, standard to standard, so this is really important, and I forgot to mention it. And lastly, I forgot to mention that there is a possibility of reducing your magnification to 40 to get a broader view of your sample, but you have to change the scan rate to scan 2. So if on your EOS monitor, if you go to signal and the scan 2 scan rate, it's a slower scan rate, but the benefit of this for some reason is now we can go to a minimum magnification, and it is a slower scan rate, but we get to zoom out a little bit. Alright, that's all I wanted to mention. Thank you.